Top Guns MG here with Sergeant Barker and Sergeant Larson. Today we're going to go over fire commands from Chapter 7 of the ATP 3-09.50 and filling out the DA Form 4513.
The elements of fire commands out of Chapter 7 of the ATP 3-09.50 lay out each element in detail and should be understood by all. I will go over special instructions in more depth later in the video. Table 7-4 explains fire command sequence for initial and subsequent commands, and the best part about this is it cannot be deviated from. If you follow doctrine, you'll be correct. If you are not proficient with fire commands or filling out a DA Form 4513, press pause, get a blank 4513, and follow along. To start the training, Sergeant Larson will fill out the administrative portion of his DA Form 4513 as shown here. Then he will fill in the ammunition he has on hand. Make note of how the ammunition on hand is filled out. Projectiles first by type, HE, Willie P, Illume, Smoke, with their lot identifier underneath. The lot identifier is usually given by the FDO or the FDNCO. Underneath the lot identifier is the quantity on hand. After projectiles, you will fill in your fuses, except instead of lot identifiers, you will fill in the model number, 739er, 767, 782, 762, just for example. For separate loading ammunition for the 777, you will have to build both propellant and primers as well, but that's not shown in this video. Sergeant Barker will be filling in as the FDC for this training.
Fire mission.
Fire mission.
Number 2, 1 round.
Number 2, 1 round.
Shell, HE.
Shell, HE.
Lot Alpha.
Lot Alpha.
Charge 5.
Charge 5.
Fuse, PD.
Fuse, PD.
Number 2, deflection. 3, 1, 6, 6.
Deflection, tree, 1, 6, 6.
Quadrant, 5, 6, 0.
Quadrant, 5, 6, 0. Shot, number 2.
Number 2 shot.
After receiving end of mission, the 4513 will be annotated as such. A cumulative count is kept to reduce errors in deriving totals. Once totals are derived, they're represented by 2 slashes in the upper left-hand corner of the block being totaled.
Fire mission.
Fire mission.
Follow along with this mission and check for accuracy when shown.
Platoon, adjust. Number 2, 1 round.
Platoon adjust, number 2, 1 round.
Shell, HE.
Shell, HE.
Lot Alpha.
Lot Alpha.
Charge 5.
Charge 5.
Fuse, PD.
Fuse, PD.
Gun number 2, deflection. 3, 1, 9er, 9er.
Number 2, deflection. 3, 1, 9er, 9er.
Gun number 2, quadrant. 5, 7, 5.
Number 2, quadrant. 5, 7, 5. Shot number 2.
Number 2 shot.
Here is what your 4513 should look like if you're following along. Make note that since it was only 1 round, Sergeant Larson transmitted shot number 2. If he had a multiple round mission, he would have transmitted shot number 2 on the first round and rounds complete number 2 on the last. Also make note that this was an adjust mission. So here's what a typical adjust mission would look like to include the fire for effect on your 4513. Now we'll go over special instructions, and as you see, I've highlighted the 2 restrictive commands that FDC can give you. Look these over in your ATP or pause and make note as necessary.
Special instructions. Do not load.
There is much controversy with how annotating a do not load mission after it has been canceled. Truth is, there is nothing in doctrine that says or depicts exactly what that looks like. Both of these are neat and comprehensible ways to record when a do not load mission is canceled followed by quadrant. But as always, follow your battery or unit SOP.
Special instructions at my command. Stand by.
Stand by.
Fire.
Fire.
Make note that Sergeant Larson did not transmit the command stand by or fire back to the FDC. He receives the command voice and yells it to his chief and section to hear.
Shot number 2.
2 shot.
Fire mission.
Fire mission.
Number 2, special instructions, azimuth 0400. Fire mission.
Fire mission.
Number 2, special instructions, sweep and zone.
Number 2, special instructions, sweep and zone.
Sweep, 3 deflections, 5 mils.
Sweep, 3 deflections, 5 mils.
Zone, 3 quadrants, 10 mils.
Zone, 3 quadrants, 10 mils.
2, fire mission.
Fire mission.
Number 2, special instructions, action azimuth.
The special instruction, commonly known as action azimuth, is not a doctrinal term and a common malpractice. Inform leadership when this happens to correct FTC, but remain professional on the net and carry out your orders from your chief or higher.
Number 2,
Sergeant Barker is showing the proper way to correct miscommunicated data in the fire command. Any incorrect transmitted data is retransmitted by the FTC commanding correction number 2, followed by whatever the correct data is. Unless that is the quadrant, which prompts the FTC to call check firing, followed by cancel check firing, number 2, quadrant such and such, whatever that correct data may be.
Number 2, 1 round.
Number 2, 1 round.
Shell HE.
Shell HE.
Lot Alpha.
Lot Alpha.
Charge 5.
Charge 5.
Fuse PD.
Fuse PD.
Number 2, deflection 3, 2, 2, 5.
Gun number 2, deflection 3, 2, 2, 9.
Number 2, correction. Number 2, deflection 3, 2, 2, 5.
Number 2, deflection 3, 2, 2, 5.
Number 2, quadrant 5, 7, 0.
Gun number 2, quadrant 5, 5, 0.
Check firing.
Check firing on 2.
Cancel check firing. Number 2, quadrant 5, 7, 0.
Number 2, quadrant 5, 7, 0.
That concludes our training video for today on the DA Form 4513 record of fire, as well as fire commands out of Chapter 7, ATP 3-09.50. Thanks to my instructors, Sergeant Barker, Sergeant Larson from Bravo Battery 2nd Platoon. Appreciate their help. Top guns, keep your powder dry and level those bubbles.